Well, hi everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today to check in with me as your go-to resource for all things health and wellness and mindful living. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Marissa Lavalette. I'm a San Francisco-based yoga teacher and holistic nutrition consultant. So when you tune into this YouTube channel, you're going to be seeing two main topics. Well, there's the overarching umbrella of mindfulness and healthy living, and then these videos focus on yoga and meditation, and your life in the kitchen, and your lifestyle approaches for the way you eat. So I'm excited to be putting together a lot of recipe videos coming your way. Wanted to check in with you on some of the kitchen basics just so that you feel comfortable getting started. And this video is just all about good news. The good news is that you really don't need a lot to cook simple, straightforward, healthy, plant-based meals, clean meals. I try to give you recommendations for organic and seasonal ingredients whenever that's possible, and I know that's going to vary. I'm here in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's going to vary depend on where you're watching from, but we'll do our best. If you're serious about getting started in your kitchen, if you're serious about claiming the agency that you have over your own health, you need a couple kitchen basics, okay? And then I'm going to save my favorite one for last because I think it's going to surprise you, but for me it's actually the most important thing. You need a couple trays, okay? So like these basic metal sheet pans, and don't worry if yours are old and grimy from, the 1990s. For your food styling purposes, like a sort of worn, weathered, and beaten baking tray makes for a really striking backdrop for your food. So don't worry about that. You don't need to run out and get any new ones. Two is good. I do make a lot of muffin recipes, so if you do plan on following along, another tray that would be worth having would be a muffin tray. This is a mini muffin tray. I have a square muffin tray. I have your classic round muffin tray. It's whatever you want. To get ready, though, be sure you go on Amazon or stop by the store or something and get your little, eco-friendly baking cups, just so that you're ready to go. And then, your kitchen basics for measuring and mixing. It's really nice to get sort of these nesting bowls of the mixing bowls, so you have all different sizes available. And then something to measure with, your spoon set, your mini measuring cup, your standard measuring cup. I know anyone who knows me personally, I know you're laughing your head off right now. You're like, Marissa doesn't measure anything. So, okay, but it's nice to have backup, okay? Let's talk about food storage. You guys, I've made a little bit of a name for myself working with nutrition consulting clients, and in the past when I was a personal chef, right? I've really made a name for myself in terms of meal prep strategies, setting people up for a healthy week. It's all about mindfulness and planning ahead. So you want to have an assortment of eco-friendly containers. So I go for glass. Obsessed with mason jars. So the little ones are good for leftover sauces or pestos. The standard drinking size mason jar is great for your smoothie on the go. A lot of smoothie recipes coming at you. The bigger ones are good for soups on the go. Have you ever tried taking I don't recommend this kind of, Tupperware container for soup. Have you ever had it go all over your bag? Yeah. So I actually recommend mason jars with the screw-on lids as your go-to transport for soups. And then, of course, you want an assorted size. One day I'll show you my Tupperware cabinet. It's all of these. It's all of these. If you want to know where all the containers are, they're here at my house. Let's move you over. So here's I want to talk about kitchen equipment. You really don't need a ton. If you are going to cook and follow along with me, you do need something that's going to blend, transform, macerate, mash, combine your food. The Vitamix, I have to say, it's an amazing, effective piece of technology. I don't use it that often. I use it exclusively for smoothies, exclusively for thin soups, so soups that turn into a smoothie-like quality. And that's a great feature because it heats up in here, so that is great. I use it for my secret recipe. It's a cashew, oh, the name escapes me. It's a cashew creamy sweet, it's a cashew frosting. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. So cashews and other secret ingredients go in there, and it's like a vegan alternative to frosting. I use the Vitamix for that. Honestly, you guys, that's all I use it for. I use this baby every day. It's a food processor. I like that it's just a bigger, heftier container. I make my pestos in here. I make salsas in here. I make salsa verde in here. Like all kinds of. So this is more like chopping and combining foods when you don't want to liquefy them. Certain brands of food processor will come with different attachment pieces for making French fries or for making discs out of your vegetables. I'm not sponsored, so I'm not going to say the brand name, but you might consider investing in a food processor. If you have a Ninja blender, okay, there's a shout out for a brand name. Something simple like in the $100 range that like you can just swipe off the shelf at Target. I used the Ninja blender for many years. So like a basic blender, you can also get it to kind of couple for some of your food processing needs as well. Today I'm not going to talk about knives or mixing spoons. Whatever you have is going to work. Okay, so if you were expecting a recommendation for a really expensive knife, that's not the kind of cooking we're going to do. If you have that, great, and have fun with it. But it's just we're going to dispel these preconceived notions that we need the best of everything in order to get started. I just want you to get started today. That last thing. You're not going to believe this. Ta-da! Ta-da! The Dansko, right? I call them my kitchen clogs. I think Dansko is a Danish brand. They're my Danish house clogs. Yeah, they're getting a free shout out because I'm not sponsored by them either. My point being is I cooked for many years in the kitchen barefoot, and after, an hour or two of meal prep, I'd be like, why does my lower back hurt? Why am I exhausted? And it just has to do with the arch support. So these, I don't even enter my kitchen anymore until I put on the clogs. I got the ones that are slippery, shiny, so that when I inevitably drop sauces and soups on them, it just wipes right off. As far as these particular clogs go, the arches feel really high at first, and then I got used to them. My point being is I don't really recommend cooking barefoot if you mean business, okay? So, we do everything from the ground up. We start from a stable, anchored foundation, and this is, overlap into some of my yoga videos. So make sure you have the right footwear. Okay, I'm excited to get started with you. Stay tuned. Please let me know your questions or comments below. If this wasn't all helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have someone special in your life who needs to see this, who just needs to get their butt into the kitchen and just get started and take hold over their own cooking journey, please give this video a share over to them. Let's connect over on Instagram, MarissaLavalette_. And wishing you a healthy and happy day in your kitchen. And feel free to click around and check out some of the other recipe videos and videos for your yoga and meditation practice. Thanks for checking in. I'm Marissa Lavalette. Have a really healthy day. Namaste.